Hi everybody, it's me, Shoey. It's good to be back with you again, and today I want to talk to you about, guess what? Operation Christmas Child. That's right, we're back. Now, I want to tell you, last year you guys did it for the first time and did a fantastic job. You packed over 343 shoe boxes, and you sent a team down to the processing center in Baltimore, and you sent 2 teams to the drop-off locations around here to help with the working the drop-off. You were great. Give yourselves a hand. Yeah, it was the first year we did it, and we did have a couple of little glitches that I want to talk to you about. One is, when you pack your shoebox, don't put tape on it. A lot of people tape them up really tight because, they were kind of over full. Well, if it's full, close it as tight as you can, as best you can, and put a rubber band on it, just like this one. And that'll hold it down. If it takes another rubber band, put 2 rubber bands on, because they're easy to take off at the processing center because they have to be opened up and inspected there. And if you tape it up nice and tight, it's hard for them to get inspected. And don't forget to put your donation into the box also. Now, people kept asking me, do I have to put a donation in each box? No. If you do 4 boxes, write one $40 check, stick it in an envelope, and stick it in one of your boxes. That's all you have to do. You don't have to put something in every box. The best place to put the label is right down here on the lower part of the box. And, if you have trouble remembering what Shoey's telling you, look on the box, and what does it say? Place your label here. And if you have a box that's not an Operation Christmas Child box, well, just remember, place it on the lower part of the box. When you pack your boxes, maybe you want to put in a little note or a letter for the child that's receiving the box. It can be, well, whatever you want. You can tell them about yourself, or you can put something as simple as, Jesus loves you and so do I. And you can also put a picture of your family in there if you want. Now, here's a picture that I'm using this year with my family. That's me and my son, Shoey Jr., and the twins, Shuzette and Shuzy Q. And another thing you can do for the children is, we have letters like this, and all they have to do is fill in the information. They can draw their own picture on there. They could put in a picture. They could show where they live in this country. And this is a fun way for the kids to make contact with a child overseas. A couple other things that are kind of fun is, it's nice to know where your box is going in the world. Well, Operation Christmas Child has a program for that. It's called Follow Your Box. Now, if you send $10 per box to Operation Christmas Child, you go online and you can do it with a credit card, or you can send them a check, or whatever the explanation is right there. You can print out a label that has a QR code on it. And they use that QR code to track your box, and after the box is delivered to some child overseas, you can go online and look up where the box went. Last year, I know of at least 4 places that boxes from LFA went. Another way is to get one of these printed labels that are out at the table in the lobby. Now, the printed label is very similar to the printed label, except the numbers are already on there. You can use it as a plain label, or you can, again, make your $10 donation online, and they will take the information for the tracking number and follow your box. I know that some of you are sitting home and you're saying, how do I get a shoe box? Well, Operation Christmas Child has a plan for that too. It's called BASBO. Now you might say, what's a BASBO? Well, it's not so much a what, it's a how. It's called Build a Shoe Box Online. So you go on to that same Operation Christmas Child website and you look for the page that says Ways to Give. And you can send $25, and that includes your $10 donation, to Operation Christmas Child, and you can pack your box in 2 ways. You can go through a list of things and fill up your box if you want to do it very personally, or you can just say, OCC, you fill a box set for me. Now, there you are. You fill the shoe box, it's going to be sent to a child overseas, and you don't even have to get off your couch. Isn't that a great way to do it? And you know what? All the BASBO boxes go to hard-to-reach countries, and those are places where it's kind of hard to get in there as a Christian organization. So this helps us get into those countries, give these children the gifts, and get the gospel presented to them in their own language. Now, earlier I mentioned processing centers. Volunteers open up the boxes, they go through them. One is to take your donation out. Other things are, sometimes people put in items that are what we call inappropriate items. They're not supposed to be in the box. And you're well-meaning, but it just can't go overseas for one reason or another. We'll go through those, and if they have to take something out of a box, they will put something else back in to replace it. If you want to volunteer at a processing center, it's a lot of fun. You go down there with a few people, a team. You can send maybe a pastorate or a committee or just a group of friends, or you can go 1 or 2 people at a time. The processing center is in Baltimore. It opens on November 23rd, and it closes around December 15th. But you have to sign up for it. And go see my almost identical twin cousin in the lobby, and he'll tell you the best way to sign up for the processing center trip. Last thing, most important thing I have to tell you today is that when you pack your shoebox, you fill it up, and you've got the label on it, and you've got a rubber band on it, or whatever it needs, you've got your donation inside the box, you need to return the shoe boxes to LFAC by Sunday, November 13th. That's going to be our dedication Sunday. We're going to dedicate the shoe boxes, and the next day they are off to the drop-off location and on their way to some child overseas who will be very glad to receive it. Well, that's a lot for one morning here, but I'm going to go now, but I'll be seeing you again. Bye-bye.